mean, that is dark. Looks like gear oil. It's like they'd started and then just gave up. So today, on this very beautiful day, we're back on Elsa, the 740. Just puts a smile on my face driving this car. It's so lovely. Such a cruiser. It's taken a bit of time, but we're finally going to get onto these brakes. Now, of course, I already gave them a once over before the inspection, before I actually used it on the road. Cleaned everything off, made some pretty surprising discoveries, to be honest. Broken brake pads. One new brake pad on one side. You can see that there's uneven wear. You can see one pad is definitely thicker than the other. Now, when I bought this car, it came with this box. Opened it up, I was like, oh, nice one. And I had a look and I was like, wait a minute. 3 brake pads. Now it's all starting to make sense. Makes you wonder why they stopped and why they just put one in, and then, I don't know, maybe their dinner was ready or something. They just went, oh, fuck it. Yeah, I don't really know what was going on there. They had new calipers, but they hadn't fitted them. It's like they'd started and then just gave up, probably because they discovered that there was no flaws in it. So that's when they decided to pack the floors full of filler and then sell it to me. The calipers, the dust boots are just almost completely disintegrated. Another situation where I'm glad that I actually decided to do this and not just leave it alone and think, oh, they've done the pads. The pads look new, they look good, the discs look good, no corrosion. Let's just take it. Send it. No. The boots are totally ruined, and it looks as though they've been destroyed because of the way someone's fit the brakes. Well, I mean, definitely. They've been squashed over here and damaged somehow, so when it's gone on, probably it's been forced on or something, and yeah, it's actually damaged the boots. The brake hoses are all cracked and perished. The brake fluid is black. So today I'm just going to do it all in one go. And yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it because obviously it's a 33-year-old car. It's a little bit crusty. I'm really worried about stripping the brake unions, twisting the brake pipes, snapping off the brake nipples. Yeah, it could get painful. We'll see what happens. So here we go then. I'm going to keep talking without a break because there's one of the neighbours playing music. He's doing gardening, he's got his stereo on, and I don't want to get demonetised. But if I keep talking and maybe put a little bit of music over the background whilst I'm talking and don't stop for a breath, maybe YouTube won't pick up on the copyright. So yeah, there we go. So we got these calipers that came with the car. They're different brand, but it doesn't really matter. Of course, it's the same caliper. 2 nipples, 1 pipe. To be honest, it doesn't look too bad, but obviously we don't know how these unions are going to go, if they're going to come off sensibly, or if things are just going to start to twist off and round off and break off. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to start by removing the ABS wire. Spray a bit of stuff, let that soak in. And get the brake pipe spanners. These bad boys. Makes your life a bit easier. Let's see. Is it going? Yeah. There's a bit of Phil Collins playing in the background as well, so I might have to do something so that you can't hear it. I mean, I only get about €3 per 1,000 views on YouTube in my pocket. but still, you know, every little helps, doesn't it? So we've got our hoses here, both the same, looking good. So we'll do this all the way up, crack it down, and then once the caliper's on, because then obviously this will be in a fixed position, and then we'll screw our brake pipe into it. So I'm going to remove this 13mm here, just there's one caliper bolt at the bottom, and then the caliper will slide off. So of course we replace the pads. Oops, that's not good. Pad just dropped into a gear oil and brake fluid mix, which has probably rendered this pad useless now. I have to clean it up quickly. I might just run a little bit of wet and dry over that, just to take off a little bit, just in case. So this should just come out of here now. A bit of persuasion. Just give this area a bit of a clean up. That'll do for that. Definitely don't want to force it, of course. The only thing you've got to worry about with fluid film is it getting onto rubber components and deteriorating them. So this fluid, I mean, that is dark. Looks like gear oil. So one thing I will do is just suck the fluid out of this reservoir first, and then put fresh fluid in. So I'm going to plug on, crack it off. Now you might remember this contraption from Ruby. I'm just going to give it a couple of little pumps. Of course I'll do it as well till it runs clear, so we know that all the crap's out of the lines. Spray it with some stuff. I'm actually going to scrub it a little bit as well. Try and get some of the excess off. Yeah, it's looking pretty rusty. What size is this? What? Is it just rusty, or is it? This is an 8. Well, that definitely could have caught me out to 9mm. So not the sort of spanner I'd normally have or buy. I've only got one probably because it was part of a set. So that would have caught me out straight away. Yeah, I might have to take the wheel off because the tyre's a bit chunky. Oh yes, nice. Light pressure, and she's away. So now hopefully you can see the quality difference in the fluid coming out. Son. Oh. There we go. Another job done on the brick, one of 3 bricks. The brakes were working before and they're going to work the same now. I'm probably not really going to notice much difference. Maybe slightly less brake fade when the brakes get really hot. If I really jam the anchors on, if I'm going high speed, I might notice that they do perform a little bit better now. But you know, it's probably going to be marginal, but it's just one of those jobs where even though it doesn't need doing in the car, goes, or in this case stops, totally fine without doing it, it's the right thing to do. And you know, you'll be sorry if one of those hoses pops, you know, the brakes boil, the fluid boils because it's too old, it's full of water, the brakes aren't there as good as you want them to be when you need them the most. And of course with the calipers, if they start to stick on, your brake pads and discs will wear prematurely and unevenly, and it's just going to cost you more money in the future. So yeah, it's one of those things that's just good to get it done. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. So relieved that we didn't have any breakages or any stripped unions, any twisted pipes, any broken nipples. There was no pain today, which a little bit of back pain, like, you know, working on the floor, but I'll take it, you know, a lot better than financial pain and a headache of having to, yeah, it's not even worth thinking about. So yeah, thanks for watching. And for those of you new to the channel, if you want to see any of the previous work that we've done to this car, you can click into this playlist here and you can see everything that we've done so far. See you next time.